Now Stanford has both Kiki and Cameron in, and when they were running their motion offense, getting the ball to the elbow area, that's when good things were happening for them offensively.
Here's Brink, the kick out to Lopolo. Gets stuffed by Zoe Brooks. 3 seconds.
Oh, no foul there. River Baldwin might have gotten away with one, and that could be
That's going to be
4 on Cameron Brink.
Yeah, and it will be. That is the 4th on Cameron Brink.
Kiki area often, I thought River Baldwin got her with the body there, but no call. And then Cameron Brink got caught up with the trip. That's why she was called for the 4th foul.
So now she has to take a seat. 13 points, 9 rebounds, 6 blocks for Cameron Brink, who has struggled with fouling out of games over her career. She's talked about it. She did so in her last home game last week in the 2nd round. Was not able to play in that overtime against Iowa State. Had to watch from the bench.
It'd be so frustrating right now when you were trying to help lead your team to the Elite Eight, and all you can do right now to finish this quarter is watch.
Don't forget the winner of this game going to the Elite Eight to face either Texas or Gonzaga on Sunday. That game coming up about 30 minutes after we finish this one.
Now that time River Baldwin called for the foul. Both she and Erie often battling for position.
That's the 4th on River Baldwin.
Now is Wes Moore going to leave her in the game?
She's in there right now.
Trying to get Madison Hayes to the table.
And Lopolo overshoots on the back door to jump. So River Baldwin will take a seat. Cameron Brink on the bench for Stanford with 4 fouls. River Baldwin on the bench for NC State with 4.
Really only one true post player on the floor for NC State with Mimi Collins, and she's got a mismatch with Lopolo on her.
And there's a foul on Lopolo, her 3rd. NC State has outscored Stanford 24-10 here in the 3rd quarter after they trailed by 10 at the half.
I talked about in the 2nd quarter that NC State kind of looked questionable of whether or not they were going to be able to pull it off to get to the Elite Eight. I see a sign of belief in the Wolfpack in the 3rd.
Isaiah James gets in both, and NC State with its largest lead here with 40.2 left in the 3rd quarter. Again, a team that was disrespected at the start of the season, unranked, picked to finish 8th in the ACC. They finished 2nd, and they're here in the Sweet 16. Wolfpack can take the last shot of the quarter. They have hit 5 of their last 7.
Keep an eye on number 10, Isaiah James, that's on the top of your screen. She and Rivers have a great connection.
James has 16 points in the 3rd quarter.
I would find her for sure.
Yes. Rivers just down Main Street. And the momentum has shifted. NC State shooting out of the locker room to outscore Stanford by 18 in the 3rd quarter. When we come back, we will talk to Stanford head coach Tara Vanderveer. Her team trailing in Portland. Moments ago, Brooke was able to catch up with Tara Vanderveer.
Coach, a change of events here in that 3rd quarter. How do you kind of address the foul trouble that your team is having right now?
You know, obviously we did not have a very good 3rd quarter, but hopefully we can get things back together in the 4th quarter, get Cam back in there, get Kiki back in there. We have to battle through it, and we have to take care of the basketball and do a better job defensively.
Isaiah James, one of those players that's really starting to bust out for NC State. What do you see as kind of neutralizing her?
We just have to play better defense on her, and we've made some. I think we just have left her open a couple times. I mean, she's wide open on that transition. But we had a real good first half. We have to build on that.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
It's time now for Get More, brought to you by Geico. Isaiah James, she got some more in that third quarter, 16 points.
Well, she got herself open and available, and once she saw the ball go through the nets, then it was time to turn it up. She shot it over Kiki Arioffen a couple of times, and then everybody knows, number 10 in red, she's left-handed. You got to get on that strong hand and send her back to the right.
NC State had a season high in the third quarter of 28 points, more points than they scored in the first half of this game.
When Cameron Brink had to go to the bench, you just saw a sign of belief that came about, a sense of urgency hit NC State, and they've been able to take advantage.
Now, Cameron Brink is out there with 4 fouls. Kiki Arioffen has 3. Stanford only scored 4 points in the last 7 minutes and 30 seconds of the third quarter.
And NC State has changed up their defense now, going the zone because Stanford got a little cold from the perimeter. So now to protect the paint, the zone has been effective, forcing now Stanford to take outside shots.
Stanford 3 of 15, just 20% from behind the arc. No bucket, but that foul is going to be whistled against Chloe Clardy per second.
What is Westmore doing? He's putting the ball in Isaiah James' hand. She is on the left side of the floor, going to set a step-up screen, sending her to the baseline so she can drive to her strength.
Brooks going against Arioffen. Here's Madison Hayes. Cameron Brink comes over to help and shuts that down. How about a logo 3 from Isaiah James? 23 points. She's topping her 22 she had in the second round. Back the other way. James has Brooks. She'll feed her.
Brooks and Rivers. Rivers' leadership. James, I asked them, Batman and Robin. They couldn't decide who was Batman and who was Robin, but they knew they were partners.
Kiki Arioffen with the answer. 14 points for her.
Now Stanford's got to buckle up, and it is one-on-one defense because isolations is where NC State's going to.
James. And that might be the 5th foul on Cameron Brink. It is. So Cameron Brink's Sweet 16 has ended with 8:10 to go. Second game in a row that she's fouled out.
All she can do in this fourth quarter is just watch.
And remember, this is her last NCAA tournament. She is moving on to the WNBA draft. Have we seen the last of Cameron Brink?
This is the Pac-12 Player of the Year, Defensive Player of the Year, leading this season in block shots. Now can her team dig down to try to continue the career of Cameron Brink?
They did in the second round. Kiki Arioffen was fantastic. She stepped up when Cameron Brink wasn't able to.